Okay. Oh, great. That's all I gotta do?
Listen up, 621. This will be a joint operation led by Balaam and Archibus. The briefing's about to start. I want you to attend.
First, some background before we go into detail. The intercorporate ceasefire is now in effect, and we will be carrying out coordinated attacks against the PCA. The targets are the enemy-occupied bases, the heavy warship fleet, and the recently activated...
I'll cut to the chase. This is an all-out war against the PCA and theaters across Rubicon. And y'all got the short end of the stick. You're here to take on the worst of our dirty work, hunting the beast of the ice field.
Sure thing, Chief. Tell you what, I'll watch and let you know how badly that goes for us.
Gun 5, you just volunteered yourself for the front line.
Moving on. Let's talk about how we're going to neutralize the Iceworm's coral shield. You'll be dealing with a layered barrier made up of a primary and a secondary shield.
Archibus will provide the means to break the first layer. The state-of-the-art stun needle launcher. Aim for the face, and it will deliver results, I assure you.
That's what I got.
What about the second layer?
RAD's cooked up just the thing. A neat little toy we call the Overed Rail Cannon. If we divert the spaceport standby power to the ORC, it should hit hard enough, assuming we land the shot.
You can leave that to me. I know a thing or two about sharpshooting.
I'll oversee operations on the ground. A ragtag crew like this needs leadership.
We could use some more suppressive fire. I'll send Chatty.
That just leaves the question of who will be taking charge of
Me.
the stun needle launcher.
I know just the volunteer to go poke that beast with a stick. Gun 13, you get all that? Good. Time for another field trip.
Great. Going in with the number 13. Let me see, can I... Okay, give me 1 second. I am going to actually run... I gotta see what I'm dealing with here, because if... Depending on how this thing works... Okay, good. I can work with that. The only thing I had to make sure was I had to make sure it wasn't like a full-blown linear cannon that locks me in place as I'm firing.
It's not every day you see competing forces working together like this.
Well, it's not every day we have to fight a giant worm. Would you still like me if I turned into a worm? Oh, God. Do not expect a shade worm model. That will not happen.
It's time, 621. You ready?
Oh, boy!
This mission depends upon you, Raven.
That reminds me of, Caliburn, I think it is. Soleta's, second Gundam from Witcher Mercury. It's got a cannon that kind of deploys the same way.
Commence mission. Michigan will take command.
Commencing operation with combined AC force as per the Balaam Archibus agreement. Move out, maggots! Time to die!
Act like a professional outfit and you might live.
Oh, shit!
What does that creep think he is? I ain't here because I...
Primary shield disabled.
Shield loss confirmed. Initializing ORC firing sequence. Connecting EML modules. Opening energy turbines. Output at 80%.
correction, A-OK. 90, 95.
Is that the gun over there? Or is that the sun?
I won't miss.
Fuck!
Secondary shield down.
Gun 13, the head's open for a direct hit.
Shield back up.
Freak actually did it. Did what? The bare minimum. This is just the first hurdle. The target's deployed drones, tourist. I'll handle them.
Okay, there's some travel time.
V4, load the next shell.
One step ahead of you, Commander.
Finally, someone with their head screwed on straight. Never thought about switching sides?
Sure is an honor to be praised by the Red Guns hell on 4 legs. But I'll pass.
Okay, there goes a shield.
Shield loss confirmed. Preparing to fire rail cannon. Energy turbine output at 80%. Output 95%. 100%. Watch out for friendly fire.
Secondary shield down.
It's all yours now, buddy.
Wait, something's wrong.
What do you mean?
Fall back 621.
Fuck.
What? We've underestimated this beast. My AC's compromised. Withdraw.
The coral. It's out of control.
Fuck.
Looks like things just took a nasty turn. I'll set the ORC to maximum output. We can't afford to lose control of the situation. This next shot will be my last.
Of course it is. Where the fuck is it? Okay, there's the worm. It's angled the wrong way. I can't.
Taking significant damage. Might be checking out soon, tourist.
2 repair kits remaining.
Fuck.
Its primary shield's getting stronger.
Stay cool, buddy.
Fuck off.
I'm out, tourist. You're on your own now.
Of course I am. Isn't that how it always is? Load, reload. There we go. Oh, shit.
Gun 13, what are you doing? The mission's a
Fuck.
failure. All units, retreat.
Oh, I almost had that on the first try. How many rounds does this thing get?
Activating combat
I
mode.
should have checked that. Sun Needle has 30 shots. I'm assuming that's 30.
Commencing operation with combined AC force as per the Balaam Archibus agreement. Move out, maggots! Time to die!
Act like a professional outfit and you might live.
What does that creep think he is? I ain't here because I want to be.
Okay, there we go. First shot.
Disabled.
Shield loss confirmed. Initializing ORC firing sequence. Connecting EML modules.
Okay.
Opening energy turbines. Output at 80%.
Keep focused. Keep moving.
Sighting correction A-OK. 90, 95. I won't miss.
Holy shit, that is the gun.
Secondary shield down.
Gun 13, the head's open for a direct hit.
That freak actually
just stop for a second. I don't care about any of you. Close. An eye out for the alarms. Fuck!
V4, load the next shell! One step ahead of you, Commander.
Finally, someone with their head screwed on straight. Never thought about switching sides?
Sure is an honor to be praised by the Red Guns hell on 4 legs. But I'll pass.
There we go.
Shield disabled.
Shield loss confirmed. Preparing to fire rail cannon. Energy turbine output at 80%. Output 95%. 100%. Watch out for friendly fire.
Fucking love that shot.
It's all yours now, buddy.
Wait, something's wrong. Fall back, 621.
What? We've underestimated this beast.
Okay, everyone but Chatty's gone.
It's out of control.
Looks like things just took a nasty turn. I'll set the ORC to maximum output. We can't afford to lose control of the situation. This next shot will be my last. Taking significant damage. Might be checking out soon, tourist.
Hold on for a bit, Chatty. Just gotta get a shot. There's one shot.
Its primary shield is getting slow.
Yeah, because it's probably overcharging shit.
2 repair kits remaining.
I'm out, tourist. You're on your own now. Withdraw.
Fuck. Moving, keep moving.
Got 13. Looks like the beast goes on the defensive when it feels cornered.
Primary shield down.
Good work, buddy.
Okay, let's take
All EML
flight
modules
for a bit.
connected. Energy turbines at full capacity. Output at 80, 90. All emergency valves closed. Disabling limiter. 100, 110.
Oh shit. My man, you sure you should overcharge a railgun?
All or nothing.
Target's coral shield has been wiped out.
Is it over?
Oh my god.
Get clear, it's gonna blow!
You shitting me? The freelancer really did it.
Give me some credit. It's not my first one of these I've taken down, or at least these class of
Finally
weapons.
over.
Just the first one this big.
The blast will contaminate the area. Get out of...
Maybe I... Oh god. Here we go again.
Coral voices. Lost again. Raven. There's something I have to tell you.
You're a corpse. You're dead.
The coral. It's my family. My brothers and sisters. I am but a single wave.
So is the coral sentient, or is the coral people?
A Rubiconian without a body. No one even knew I was there for such a long time.
Oh
Raven,
god, it's
you're
sentient.
the only one who...
Sup?
Go get your rest, 621. Things are going to get busy. You did good.
I deserve a significant pay raise for this.
The temporary alliance between the Arquebus and Balaam groups turned the tide of war, devastating the Planetary Closure Administration forces and exiling them from Rubicon. Though it was the Iceworm mission led by Balaam that dealt the decisive blow, Arquebus, through their own engagements with the PCA, augmented their strength with seized weaponry. The balance of power was broken. The scales tipped in Arquebus's favor, and the Rubicon Liberation Front's hopes of fighting an exhausted foe were dashed. With the loss of their common enemy, the rival factions' war for the Coral abruptly reignited. And their bitter conflict burned with renewed intensity.
Because war never changes.
Augmented human C4621 entering standard mode. 2 new messages.
Doing okay, 621? I'd wanted to let you rest some more, but the corps are on the move already. With the PCA gone, it's back to work, getting to where the Coral's gathering. Do you remember the survey you carried out at Xylem? My friend analyzed the data and learned about a massive facility under the central ice field. Watch Point Alpha. Turns out that the Iceworm was defending the entrance to that place. It's time to let ourselves in.
Okay, we're going in loud or quiet? Sup? So you've told me some
Raven,
shit.
There's something you need to know. That friend Walter mentioned. The comms database has no record of the conversation he just told you about. This isn't about just finding the Coral, Raven. He's after something more, and he's using you to do it.
I mean, we kind of figured that
Here
out.
on Rubicon.
Like, we figured that out a while ago.
Registration number RB23. A rank virtual link. May these...
Okay, new arena missions. And new parts. Let's check these all out.